Hey everybody, Salandia Hammond here, affectionately known as Sue Ham Baby. And I want to say happy Labor Day to everybody out there. I hope you're really enjoying your day and got the grills going. For me, I spent most of my day doing self-development, watching videos and reading, and I'm pretty excited, pretty amped up. But I wanted to take time and shoot this video to answer one question that I got in my inbox. And I got to hurry up because mosquitoes are trying to eat me alive. Got an inbox and said, hey Sue, how are you able to connect to such wealthy individuals? How are you able to connect to such prominent individuals? And how are you able to do all the things that you do? And I really, that really got me to thinking. I was like, wow, wow. Because when I don't sit there and linger on the things that I've done, my successes or accomplishments. I don't linger on that because I'm always up and jumping to the next thing, But when I got that question, I actually took time and sat down and thought about it. And I was like, wow. And the only answers I could come up with is favor. Definitely favor from God. And secondly, I simply pose the question, how can I do it? I don't go into a situation saying, no, I can't do it. Now, I'm not saying I was always like that. But more so now more than ever, I am focused on being positive and focused on achieving the impossible, because everything is possible with God. And if you believe that, then you can go out and accomplish everything that you need to accomplish, everything that you were put here to accomplish. So I look at my life like that. I've been able to accomplish the things that I've been able to accomplish simply because that's why I was created. All it took for me to do was just to move fear over and just employ some faith. Because when I started looking at my life like, Sue, you were given these gifts and these talents and these abilities for a certain reason. And the fact that you're given them, the fact that you were born, the fact that you're still here, girl, you can accomplish anything that you desire. Are you kidding me? So when I look at things like how I was able to score an interview with the multimillionaire Stormy Wellington, when I was able to score an interview with multimillionaire Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, I mean, this man is a scholar. This man was summoned by the Napoleon Hill Foundation. If you don't know who Napoleon Hill is, he is the godfather of self-help. His book has sold over 20 million copies. He's long gone, but his legacy lives on. Anybody who's successful, anybody who's wealthy, anybody who's happy, anybody who's living a great life, 9 times out of 10 they have read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. So when I was able to get the interview with Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, I got to tell you, I was just like, wow, there's nobody but God, man. And I know that I'm walking in favor, and I know that I'm walking in my purpose because I'm able to touch people that I probably shouldn't be able to touch. You see what I'm saying? I'm coming from Williamsburg County. I'm coming from the state of South Carolina. I'm coming from Kingstree, South Carolina. I'm coming from a state that normally ranks high when it comes to the worst things in the world, like education, like poverty, okay? Like social rights, okay? That's where I'm from. That's where I'm living. Okay, we rank high in all the stuff that's bad, like, poor education, all right? But somebody like me is living here and is able to score interviews, is able to meet multimillionaires, able to hold conversations with them. And to be able to do that, I know it's not me. I know it's nobody but God. And that's because I'm fulfilling a purpose. And that purpose is to motivate you, to push you, and to show you that you can do all things through Christ Jesus, which strengthens you, which happens to be my most favorite scripture in the Bible. So I don't walk around with an ego. I don't walk around with an ego. I walk around with a purpose. And a woman or a person or a man with a purpose, oh my goodness, when they're on a mission, you can't stop them. So when I go out and I seek people, when I want to interview them, I don't go into it, oh man, I'm not going to be able to reach them because they're multimillionaires or they're busy or they're doing this and this and that. I go in it with a one-track mind. I see myself contacting them. I see myself doing this interview. I see myself forming joint ventures with them, and I go for it. I plan and I go for it and I make it happen. I implement the see, plan, do method. You understand what I'm saying? When I wanted to write my book, I didn't have the knowledge, but God gave me the knowledge because it was in me to get my story out. So therefore, he made the resources readily available. When I wanted to do a TV show, a radio show, I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the opportunities, but through God, I was able to create those opportunities. I was able to create those resources. So you see, I say that to say this in answering that question. When you have a purpose, and we all have a purpose, but when you acknowledge that purpose, and when you decide to not drive with fear in the car anymore, or even if you got fear in the car, if you're not letting fear drive you, then you can do all things through Christ which strengthens you. You see, I have been sowing seeds for years. This hasn't been happening just overnight. I have been putting in work, and that's why one of my favorite songs is "Put Your Time In. Payday is coming after a while." So this is not no overnight thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that we go through things for a reason. I do believe that I went from a millionaire status for a reason. I do believe that I didn't know that I was a millionaire for a reason until hindsight, because it took me going through that, took me blowing money, took me not knowing how to maintain money to develop a love for teaching people how to obtain wealth and how to maintain wealth and how to spread that wealth so we can make the world a whole lot better. You see, I don't believe in a poverty mindset, and I've never been broke. Never, 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 except in my mind. And once I got control of my mind, baby, that was it. You see, I'm on billionaire status. Forbes doesn't know it yet. You may not know it yet, but the world will know it, because mentally I'm on the billionaire status mindset. You understand what I'm saying? And once you get there, once you get your mind in check, there is nothing you can't do. So to answer your question, the reason why I'm able to do what I do is simply because of favor from God, and because I really do not believe that there isn't anything that I cannot do. Anything that I want to do, I believe that I can do it, because I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. And I know normally I'm jumping off the walls and hyper and all this and all that, but not this time. I really wanted to get to the heart of this question. You see, because I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that hard work, you know what I'm saying? Put your time in, payday is coming. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead. I mean, you got to do something. You got to believe. You got to ask, you got to believe, and then you'll receive. No, you got to work, and then you will receive. Rest, and then you'll receive, okay? Ask, believe, work, rest, and then receive. That's what I believe. You know, it's not a coincidence that my sister, SHB, Shanika Hammond Brown, has been putting in work, and all of a sudden, now she has the president of the Bronner Brothers hair show, Bronner Brothers product, coming to her hair show, the SHB hair show, SHB International Hair Show and Expo. That's not a coincidence. That comes from putting in work. That comes from favor. That comes from making yourself worthy, showing yourself worthy. That comes from being out there, putting your name out there. That comes from not quitting. That comes from even when nobody shows up, you still go on. You see, I've always told people when I put on shows, when I've done them in the past and when I do them now, I don't care if it's just one person in the audience. That one person paid, so that one person is going to get performed to like it's 1 million people in the audience. You see, when you do things with excellence, you will not go unrecognized for long. When you do things with excellence, people will start to take notice. So listen, that's why I tell people, man, this subpar mentality, you can't expect to have favor when you got a subpar mentality. You can't expect to have favor when you don't want to work with people. You can't expect to have favor, man, when you don't have a great personality. You can't expect to have favor when you unprofessional. Listen. The answer to your question, once again, and I'm sweating, and the mosquitoes are trying to take me away, and I'm shaking this camera. But the answer to your question is, I am highly favored. And I'm laughing because I think about all the Christians that say that. But really I am. I'm highly favored. And I've been chosen for this. And not only have I been chosen, but I am accepting the mission. You see, before I used to reject the mission, but now I accept the mission. And because I accept the mission and because I am chosen, that's why I'm able to do what I do. And because I believe that I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. When you really believe that, man, listen, there ain't nothing you can't do. You understand me? Nothing. So listen, you guys get out there and make it happen, okay? I am Solandia Hammond, affectionately known as Sue Ham, baby. And you guys, I know I want you know I want you to tune in, right? Tune in this Wednesday and catch that episode with Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, New York Times bestseller, author of 5 books. Currently, The Wealth Choice is out there. You've got to get the book. You've got to tune into the interview. More information at sueham.com. And then if you haven't already signed up for the free webinar with me giving tips on information on how to make your business better, please go ahead and do that. But if you don't do any of those things, it really doesn't even matter at this point. The only thing I want you to do is know that you have the ability to do whatever it is you desire. You came here equipped, ready for action, baby. Ready to make it happen. Now all I got to do is click in here. Make it happen. I'm sweating. I got to go. I love you guys. Remember to live, learn, love, laugh, and don't quit. Follow your dreams to success. I love you. Take care.